What's new in Sudoku variants? Welcome to Sudoku variants, where I teach you how to solve Sudoku variants the easy way. Today we have Sudoku news. Sudoku Mega Bundle came up with some new variants per my request. He's not sponsoring this video and I make no money from his app whatsoever, but I wanted to show you some of what is new because I love his app. If you can afford to do so, please download his app, Sudoku Mega Bundle by Gamma Lateral, and show him some love. Thank you. 37 has a 3x7 grid that looks like this, and the numbers cannot be repeated in any row, column, or diagonal. Extra Staircase showcases a 15x15 grid and is loads of fun. The numbers 1 through 9 go in every column, row, and 3x3 box without repeating. Here is 3D Bishop. I'm going to increase it a little bit. The bishop moves diagonally and must defend at least one other bishop. "3D Black Knight" has the knights defending each other. The Black Knight moves just like they do on the chessboard in that L shape. Two spaces forward and one space to the left or the right. Then there is Cube Bishop and Cube Black Knight, Double Cube Bishop and Double Cube Black Knight, Cube White Knight, Hexagram Bishop, Hexagram Black Knight, Hexagram White Knight, Sudoku Black Knight, and here we have an illustration by Gamma Lateral on how the knight moves. You can see how the knight moves 2 spots forward. And then moves 1 spot to the left or the right. Parquet block. Parquet block still puts in the numbers 1 through 9 in every column, row, and a 3x3 grid, but you have some spaces that take up more than one column or row. makes it easier actually. Notice this 6 here. Um, sorry, Japanese numbers. No, numbers font is a new thing that I chose to use. But forgot to switch it back to an English font before taking the screen capture. My bad. But notice the 6 here, Roku in Japanese, takes up 2 columns. This means that one column, this means that both columns already have a 6 in it and does not need another 6 or Roku. Sudoku Bishop. Sudoku White Knight. Whoops. And Sudoku Black Knight. He did get double ring layer 6x6 of thermal in the last update. I forget what else is new there. Maybe double ring. Ring was in an earlier than thermal update. But there is also a clock, and so much more. However, the Sudoku Black Knight is a fun puzzle whereby you have to have the black knights defending each other. And the rules of the outer 4. The rules of the outer to the 4th still apply here. This means that if I were to look at column at column 6, I have Black Knight 2 4. I know that down here in the fourth 3 by 3 box, I must put a 2. What is done in the outer will be done also in the 4th box for this puzzle. But what if you are looking at a puzzle where those rules just don't seem to apply? Um, I believe that Sudoku-puzzles.com has such puzzles whereby this technique simply does not work. What I do is I look at where in an easy puzzle they have 2 or 3 given numbers in the outer, and then I'll look at the fourth 3 by 3 box and see if the numbers match at all. I will do this for other columns and rows as well. And if I find where the numbers don't match, that is, I have 4 different numbers instead of only 3 different numbers, then I know that they aren't allowing me to play by those outer to the fourth rules. Yeah, you can see the 4, 3, 7, and then in the fourth you have the 7 and 4. And next door you have the Black Knight 1 and then the 1 in the fourth 3 by 3 box. So in closing up here, this is the news I have. Let me say that cracking the cryptic does get many new puzzle variants for those who can do the diabolical Sudokus. Those variants do not often make their way into an easy, medium, or hard Sudoku. However, if they ever do and I can get my hands on them, especially in an app, that I will showcase those too. Those variants are often handmade. I do intend to hand make some 4 by 4 and 6 by 6 variants that are more complicated, but still doable by those who prefer that sized grid, because I think children can handle it, especially the more astute child and the teenager. Thank you for Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. And a note about breathing. I type this live as I record this, and I often have to make additions or fix any errors. Plus, I am incapable of memorizing a script. So you will have to live with the timing and breathing spacing of my videos. Sorry. Thank you for your understanding, and have a wonderful and blessed day.